I think my little sister is being groomed by a PDF/smex trafficker, and I have no idea what to do or how to get evidence. He controls her entire life. Trigger warning: child exploitation and grooming. I am going to be as concise as possible and as clear as I possibly can be here, but neither me, my fiancé, nor my mother know how to handle this situation in an appropriate way that will ensure the perpetrator gets justice. I will also answer questions to the best of my ability. To start, my fiancé and I are in our early 30s. We do not have kids and haven't really planned on it either. I have 5 siblings, 4 brothers and 1 sister, who is the youngest. My sister's dad is not in the picture for various reasons. The context: a bit over a year ago, my sister was a normal teenager/preteen and was beginning high school. Pretty typical behavior for her age. She had her first serious boyfriend, had tons of real-life friend drama, etc. She was with her first boyfriend and they were doing fine until, all of a sudden, she broke up with him out of nowhere and completely stopped talking to him. She then started cutting all of her friends out of her life one by one. We started noticing because whenever they would see us, they would ask how she was doing, and we would be confused, thinking they would probably know better than we would. But they told us that they hadn't talked to my sister in months and that she had just stopped talking to them out of the blue. During this time frame, while she was living at my mother's, it seems that she secretly developed some sort of online relationship with this guy, who I will refer to as BN. My sister complained about being bullied at school and demanded to be homeschooled, refusing to go back to public school out of the blue. Her school district accommodated this and gave my mom the option to set her up for homeschooling. She had to wait until the next semester before she could start, so she was out of school for several months. During that time, she became heavily attached to this online persona, BN. My mother started to notice a bunch of warning signs that something strange was going on: her leaving her real-life boyfriend, cutting off all of her friends, and self-isolating to make this guy her only support system. My mom intervened on multiple occasions, and each time she tried to stop the communication or find out more, my sister would run away or go off the deep end, trying to harm herself or doing other things in that vein. My fiancé and I were living together in a different part of town, and at the time, we knew nothing about any of this situation. We didn't know my sister was doing any of this or having any problems until one night in September, when I received a phone call from my sister at 2 o'clock in the morning. She called me crying, asking me to pick her up, saying our mom abused her and that she had run away and needed somewhere safe to go. This was not something too far out of the realm of possibility from my perspective, so I took it at face value. I immediately went to pick her up, and we brought her back home. She was crying and saying all of this stuff about how our mom was abusing her, etc. We got home, talked for a while, I set up a place for her to sleep, and then my mom reached out to me. My mother said something along the lines of, the reason she ran away is because I tried taking her phone and computer away. I found out this guy had been trying to coerce her into self-harm and killing herself by signing a suicide pact with him, that if they ever broke up, she would have to kill herself. My mother continued, saying, I have tried to get him to supply me with an ID or talk to his parents, and each time he would hang up the calls and disappear, or your sister would scream and cry and say that he had shown her his school ID before, etc., etc. This person, BN, is apparently 17, or that's what he has told my sister and everyone else. They have been together for at least a year now, which would make him at least 18 if he is actually the age he claims, but we have all reached the point where we do not believe her or him anymore. Shortly after my sister moved in with us after running away, her sole focus was finding a way to get her Oculus VR headset back from our mother's house. For about 2 months, she did everything she could to make it seem like she wasn't talking to the guy anymore. She didn't have any electronics other than a school-provided laptop, so my mother allowed her to have the VR headset back. Immediately after receiving the headset back, my sister has had it on 24/7. She wears it all day, every day, from the moment she wakes up to the moment she falls asleep. She sleeps with the VR headset on every single night, and in addition to that, she sleeps with her laptop on, with a one-way video call active on Discord with this guy, BN, the entire night. Our original perspective on all of this after she moved in was that, yes, she seemed to be in a really weird long-distance relationship that probably wasn't the healthiest. But my fiancé and I are both millennials, and we went through similar experiences growing up around her age, so we hadn't really seen anything too concerning aside from the obsessive, codependent behavior. All of that has slowly unraveled over the last couple of weeks, as this guy has now suddenly started messing with her badly. He has been breaking up with her basically every day, and during these instances, she opened up to my fiancé and finally revealed the true details about a lot of what has been happening. The situation: my sister stated that early in their relationship, she cheated on this guy and then tried to maintain the relationship. The only way he would allow her back was if she gave him complete control and access to all of her social media and email accounts. This branched into him controlling every aspect of every online account she has, and shortly after she gave him this access, he somehow removed my mother as a parent/guardian on all of her accounts and locked her out completely. This, it turns out, is why he appeared to be controlling all of her accounts. It's okay, my sister says, it is what she has to do to prove that she's not cheating on him. Sure. Then my sister revealed that BN controls if, when, and what she gets to eat. We began noticing that she was exhibiting habits of an eating disorder. She would accept plates of home-cooked dinners from us, acting excited to eat, yet we would find the completely untouched plate sitting in the microwave the next morning, or all the contents scraped into the trash. It turns out that she has given this guy the ability to control her entire daily routine, whether she is allowed to eat, what she can or cannot eat, how long she can spend eating, etc. BN is also in control of how long she spends away from the computer, including going to the bathroom or doing other things. My sister revealed to my fiancé that he forces her to be on a 24/7 Discord call with him at all times so he always knows what she is doing. This is supposed to be proof that she is not cheating on him again. She also revealed that she is not allowed to Google search or look things up on the internet without BN's permission, as well as many other restrictions. The final nail, for me, is the major thing she revealed. During this recent breakup of theirs, it came out that this guy has regularly been extorting, blackmailing, and coercing my sister to perform sexual acts on VR chat with him. She was originally apprehensive and refused, but he broke up with her the first time and told her that he would just find a girl who would do it. She begged and eventually gave in to him anyway. So, in total, this guy has taken complete control of every aspect of her bodily autonomy. He controls when she wakes up, when she sleeps, if and when and what she eats, and if and when she gets to use the bathroom, and for how long. He regularly forces her to perform acts either over the phone or via Discord/VR chat. We also found out that she used some of her chore money to buy full body trackers that she straps to her legs and arms, and she is always wearing those 24/7 as well. I am absolutely sick. My soul aches over all of this, and I have no idea what to do. Every time anyone has tried to intervene, she has either tried to harm herself or run away. This guy has completely brainwashed her. She has previously been committed to an institution the last time something like this happened. She was there for about 3 months and got better, only to come out and have this happen again. Each time my mother has tried to intervene, my sister warns BN, and he goes through and scrubs everything, accounts, logs, chats, and basically disappears off the face of the earth until she finds some way to re-establish a secure communication channel with him again and start the cycle all over. This guy previously said he was 17, homeschooled, and living with his parents in Reno, Nevada. Before things got too extreme, my mom had jumped into their conversation one night and offered to drive my sister out to Reno so they could meet. The guy went absolutely ballistic and said that my sister was not allowed to reveal information about him to my mom. The very next day, he made up some elaborate story, telling my sister that he had moved to a different state and was no longer in Nevada. Ever since that moment between him and my mother, he has prevented her from discussing or talking about pretty much anything involving their relationship with anyone. When she originally moved in with us, I didn't know about any of this and thought she just had a normal relationship. She framed it to us that our mom was abusing her badly and going off the deep end, making things up about her and her boyfriend on purpose to control her. Our family has been pretty complicated, and I wasn't on the best terms with my mother at the time, so this didn't seem completely unlikely to me then, but now it has come out that my sister has been lying to literally everyone to maintain this relationship with this guy. My fiancé is the only person she has been opening up to about all of this, and we are trying to figure out some kind of plan for an intervention that will allow us to gather hard, tangible evidence to connect this guy to what is happening so we can properly file reports with authorities. For now, we are taking things one day at a time, and I am trying to get as much advice as I can on how to handle this. I know this is a lot to read, and I'm sorry if it's disjointed. It has been causing my fiancé and me so much stress that we can barely function. We are currently planning an intervention or some kind of hard stop with my mom, but we desperately need to find a way to hold this guy accountable for what he has done. This level of abuse and control is not something that could realistically be carried out by a random 16 or 17-year-old. The abuse he is putting her through is clearly extremely meticulous and methodical, and I genuinely do not believe for a second that he was ever the age he claimed to be. If anyone can give me helpful advice, information, or similar experiences, it would mean a lot. Thank you for reading.